Have you ever just sat and watched a river, the way it just keeps flowing, never stopping, never turning back? Well, we're about to explore a story that takes that powerful image and applies it to something much more precious, our time. Time is like river water. Once it flows away, it never comes back. Just let that sink in for a second. It's a simple idea, one we've all probably heard, but it's another thing to really feel it, you know? And what if we could really, truly understand that idea before it's too late? This story we're about to dive into is a perfect illustration of what that really means. So, our story begins with an opportunity that sounds almost too good to be true. It's about a young boy and a single, extraordinary day that he was given. Now, this boy wasn't exactly known for being a go-getter. In fact, he was pretty well known for his habit of putting things off. And yet, for some reason, fate chose him for a gift that could have changed his life forever. And the gift? It was an alchemist's stone. Just imagine, a simple-looking rock with the incredible power to turn any old piece of iron into pure, shining gold. Can you picture holding that in your hand? The end of your worries, the beginning of a whole new life. But you know how these things go. A power that immense, well, it's got to have a catch. There was one single rule that came with this miracle. And here it is, 24 hours. That's it. From one sunrise to the next, the stone would hold its incredible power. But after that, it would just become a normal, everyday rock. The clock had started ticking. So with the greatest opportunity of his life sitting in his hands, and that clock ticking away, the boy had a choice to make. And what followed was the heavy, silent cost of doing nothing at all. Let me ask you, what would you do? You'd be rushing to find every scrap of iron you could, right? Working tirelessly until the very last second. Well, our young hero, he made a very different choice. He looked at the stone, and then he looked up at the sky, and he thought to himself, you know, the sun is still high. I've got loads of time. That was the first little whisper of procrastination. Yeah, he thought, I'll just take a short rest. That way I'll have all the energy I need, I'll get all the iron and make my fortune. Right after the snap. And so he settled down, letting those precious minutes just tick away while he slept. And even when he woke up, that feeling was still there, that comfortable but oh so dangerous illusion that time was on his side. After all, he thought, there's always tomorrow. And just like that, the moment of truth arrived. It was swift, it was silent, and it was final. The river of time had finally reached the ocean. Because the one simple truth he forgot, the one we all sometimes forget, is that the river of time doesn't wait. It doesn't wait for our naps or our excuses. It doesn't wait for anyone. And then, the sun set. That last sliver of orange and red light just dipped below the horizon, and with it, the magic was completely gone. He scrambled to his pile of iron, grabbed the stone, touched it to the metal. Nothing. He tried again. Still nothing. The stone in his hand was just a cold, ordinary stone, and the iron was just iron. The opportunity was gone, forever. You see, the boy's story isn't just a sad tale about regret. It's really a mirror, holding up a deep and powerful lesson about the unstoppable current that flows through all of our lives. When you really boil it down, this story gives us a few key insights. First, that time is the one thing we have that we can never, ever get back. Second, that procrastination is basically a thief. It doesn't just delay things, it steals our opportunities. And finally, that if we don't value the now, well, we'll never build anything for the future. The boy's magic stone had a 24-hour expiration date. But think about it. Our greatest opportunities, to start something new, to learn a skill, to tell someone how we feel, they all have their own quiet, unannounced sunsets too. So I'll leave you with this question to think on. Take a look at your own life, right in this moment. What river of opportunity is flowing past you today? What's the magic stone in your hand? And what are you going to do about it before the sun sets?